Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools on how to do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I am here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the BizChicks. So we just want to welcome you today. We want you to relax, get your favorite beverage. Let's have that coffee talk conversation that we look forward to every Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you watching live and on the replay, we just want to say thank you for your time and we look forward to the conversation. What you got for us today, Fran?
We're going to talk about celebrations.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. We've been talking about how you want to celebrate your wins, even if they're small, even if they're big, medium size, tic tac size, whatever they are. Celebrate your wins.
Absolutely.
Mark says, "Good morning, ladies. I keep envisioning Carolina pulling some muffins out of that oven." He said he'll take two.
All right, well, as soon as I get them ready, Mark. They might be
So,
a little hard by the time they get to Chicago, but nevertheless.
we can
Okay.
freeze them and yeah. So celebrating wins.
Mhm.
Oftentimes we don't celebrate our wins. Let's start there. You've done some
Okay.
and you've done some heroic, some things that you don't think that are worth celebrating, but they are. You've made little
Oh,
steps through 2020. The previous year into this year, you've made some steps to get to where you are. So can we celebrate those?
okay. I
You're
think
here. Go ahead.
I think this is something we often overlook. Guys, you did great. You're still standing. Come on, give yourself some kudos. Let's have some confetti and some popcorn and some balloons. Let's get this thing going. Woo! You made it. And a lot of people did not, especially if your business is still intact. Even if, or if you had to make that shift and you made it. Never let a green day go red. Look, celebrate. Woo! We don't care what it is. If you made 10 cents more than you made yesterday, that's progress. Think about 10% at the end of the year. It's a big deal. So take the small wins, the big wins, just take the W's and celebrate.
Exactly. A lot of times people focus on what didn't go right, how it didn't. Oh, if only I had, but you got this big something over here. But now we're talking about we can't fixate on what didn't go well.
Mhm, mhm.
Mark has a comment here. He says, this is important and actually a very big inhibitor to success. If you are
Mhm.
always focused on what is not, you will miss opportunities when they're standing at your door. And celebrating is fuel.
I love it.
Thank you, Mark.
Celebrating is fuel. I think there's something else. We talk about celebrating the wins. What is a win? Look, if you took a loss and learned a lesson and are not going to repeat that step, whatever it was that got you into a position of loss, then that's a win.
Yeah, you won
You
that
know,
round.
you won because you're not going to keep repeating that whatever that was that you did that got you in a negative position. So, guys, look, celebrate the wins and celebrate what some people would consider a loss. If you learned something, you bought the lesson, and hey, be determined not to buy it twice.
Uh, Mark says these days survival can be a win.
Yes,
So
yes.
it you won, And
Mhm.
celebrating the win is a sign of gratitude, because
Absolutely.
you could be having a pity party. Well, it didn't go right. You We talk about this gentleman that came and spoke at a meeting we were at, and he was the inventor of the rapid ramen cooker, where you
Mhm.
put your ramen in a little bowl and you cook it and whatever. And he
Chris.
had
Mhm.
he was having multiple sales. This is before they put them in the store. He
They were
got
boxing them up in his living room. He had them stacked to the ceiling, ready to go to the post office, right? He and his wife sitting there boxing the stuff.
he got one negative review. Now this ain't gonna work. But the boxes are
Me-
stacked up,
Meanwhile, orders are stacked to the ceiling.
and they're having to pack them, stamp them, and ship them.
Mhm.
And he lost focus and began to focus on that one negative aspect, but not celebrating
All of the
all of
wins.
the
Oh my.
abundance. And that's another thing that we've been learning. Abundance is all around us,
Yes, it is.
but we need to become aware of the abundance that's
Mhm.
around us and not focus on what we perceive not to have.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So maybe your abundance don't look like somebody else's.
There you go. What is a win for you? Maybe a 10% increase as opposed to a 300%. People are online talking about, I made $30 million last week in 5 seconds. Look, slow and easy wins the race. And I've heard you say this multiple times, Francie. Business can be boring.
And
I've been
business will
selling the
probably,
same thing, and I want something new to sell. How do you think the guy feels about the paperclip?
oh, it's just, business is boring. If your business is any business that is um, moving forward and making money on their little system or their system, however it is boring, because you're tempted to do something different. Oh, I'm bored. Now be bored and keep going. Be bored, keep moving on. Keep on, because that's the boring is what business is. So you want whatever store that you happen to go to be the same way. It's boring. Because customers can find you when you're boring, because they know when they go to the door at whatever time, the doors are going to be open. There will be food. There will be a seat.
Mhm.
There will be the coffee. Starbucks is boring. Why? Because they do the same thing every day, day in, day out, day in, day out. And if you're a person that tends to want to hop to the next new thing, it's going to be, you're going to have to rein yourself in,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
because boring is business. Oh, I might need to write a book. Boring is business.
Mhm.
It's the same.
Boring is money because
Yeah,
people
it is.
come because they want that same product.
And
It's a
experience.
exactly. So they come for that. And if you're switching up every time, oh, where's this? It's like when you go to a website and they made all these improvements, but you can't find anything. You don't know where your buttons are. You don't know what to push. That's traumatic for your user, and it's traumatic for your customer.
You
Dang,
don't
I
want.
thought I came here for what? Blue cheese, and all you got is yellow cheese. I come here for that exact same cheese. I've been coming here for how many times you heard a customer say, I've been coming here for 50 years. Why?
because I know I will be able to find you and the product you offer, and I will find it. Why do we stay at certain companies when we could be somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I know they're going to have that flavor of whatever it is, and I'm not going to wonder if it's different.
Exactly.
So, case in point, I went to Starbucks and I get a matcha lemonade iced. Well, it's anyway, it's a lemonade. It's supposed to be iced. So I get the lemonade, and the lady says, "We've changed the product that we use to make the matcha lemonade. So I want you to taste it to make sure it's okay because it one time the other one had the sweetener already in it. This does not have the sweetener in it. So we add the sweetener." And I was like, okay, wait. I was gonna be cool if you never told me that you did something. I appreciate the fact that they did say something and not just make me the matcha lemonade. And I'm thinking something
It
was wrong
doesn't
with it.
taste the same. Yes.
Right. It
Mm-hmm.
was it was okay. She said that it may taste a little not as sweet as the other one,
Mm-hmm.
the way they made it. I said, let's just try it. And let me just try it. I didn't have time to sip it and like, oh no, I was like, I'll take it. And it wasn't far off the other one. And but I appreciated the fact that she told me. Now, when they pulled that new Coke thing, Coca-Cola was boring for almost 100 years, and they
Yeah.
pulled that new Coke job, and everybody was like, "What is this?" Because
What
it did
happened
not.
to the formula?
Somebody,
Stick
why would we
to
make
the.
it? And it wasn't that it was Diet Coke either. It was new Coke. They changed the original Coca-Cola formula after 100 and something. I was like, who does new
I don't
Coke?
think so.
I don't drink Coke, but you know,
But here's the deal: if it's not broke and you're getting sales, why fix it?
your customers like it. People are coming to you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Mark's comment here for talking about gratitude is the reason that all of his long-term clients are required to do a gratitude journal to shift your lens from half empty to half full. What we focus
Mm-hmm.
on, we get more of. Full stop.
Ah.
So what are we focusing on? Are we
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
focusing on the fact that that little I know some people can come into the room and it'll be a beautifully done room and they'll go find, oh, there's a nick in the paint. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can we enjoy the
It's
win?
it's so true.
The room is
It's so
gorgeous.
true.
It's functional. This restaurant is gorgeous. Everything is the way it should be. Are you going to be here next week? Because if you
Mm-hmm.
get bored, you probably, we won't be able to find you. So boring is could be consistency. Is that another word for boring?
Yes. It could be routine. It could be um,
Expected.
consistent. Yeah, anticipated.
Expect.
Reliable. How about that? Reliable.
Yes.
I can rely on you to have this product when I walk in the door.
I this is what you're known for, what a company is known for. There are some companies they are known for a certain thing. Tiffany's. Now, what if Tiffany decided I'm gonna be beige? We're gonna do Tiffany beige instead of blue. You'd be like, I'm not doing that.
We're bored with Tiffany Blue. Or what if you walk into Chick-fil-A? We got some comments coming in over here too. What
Hmm.
if we walk into Chick-fil-A and suddenly they got hamburgers and they got tacos and they've got spaghetti and we're like, wait a minute, what is this? And none of it has chicken in it.
And we can talk about a California company here called In and Out.
Hmm.
All they do is burgers, fries, and a drink.
Hmm.
You go in and they have a shake too, like a little milkshake. You going in there for something else? You can forget it. Now their fries are off the chart. They're very, very good. Their burgers are very simple. Price is simple.
Hmm.
You go through there, you can eat for $10 or less, but the food, the line is out the driveway around the parking lot till they had to have certain cones set up because it was backing up traffic. But they've been
Hmm.
doing the same thing for over 50 years, just the same burger, fries, and a drink. Burgers, fries, and a drink. Can I get a bison burger? No. Burgers, fries, and can I get a turkey burger? No. Burgers, fries, and a drink. You're not getting, now you can get
Hamburger,
animal
hamburger, hamburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheese. That's all they
cheeseburger.
do.
And oh yeah, cheeseburger, cheeseburger, Pepsi. No, no Coke. Remember Saturday Night Live. Um, that you can get animal style fries, but they're
Yes.
still fries with sauce.
Mhm.
You have to try the animal style fries if you ever get it In and Out near you. But it's the same thing. You know when you pull into In and Out what you're going to get. Unlike some other restaurants you named or didn't name, where the menu is like, what is like? There's another restaurant you got to have a whole book. It's a dictionary. You're like,
Unbelievable. It takes so long to read the menu that customers walk out because people are standing there trying to take in the menu.
and I was like, okay, I can't do it. I need consistency. Mark says, and never allow perfect to be the enemy of good. Standards, aspirations are great, but do not allow them to minimize your accomplishment.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, Mark said that SNL sketch Cheeseburger, Cheeseburger, Pepsi, Pepsi is based
Coke,
on
Coke.
Billy Goat's here in Chicago. So it is based on
Oh,
a real restaurant. Oh, and then, are they still there, Mark? Because it sounds like they're still there. So we're talking about celebrating
hmm,
your wins. We're talking about being consistent, being reliable, be boring in business, just keep doing it. And one other thing we want to talk about is celebrating the wins of others.
he says, yes, they're still there.
All right. So, how do you celebrate the wins of others, and why would you celebrate someone else's wins?
I think it's really important to celebrate the wins of others because you want that same success. And when you get there, you want somebody to dance with you, to jump up and down with you. Hey, you reap what you sow. And it opens your heart to begin to collaborate with others. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are so happy for you. And when you're genuinely happy for people, they can feel it. I know Mark knows we're genuinely happy for him. He is such a jewel, and we are rooting for his YouTube channel. Guys, if you have not subscribed to Mark's YouTube channel, please do so. And also please subscribe to ours. That's something else. We rarely ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So
We're
today we're gonna
asking
ask
today.
that. Yeah, we're asking today.
And
But
and
celebrate that success of others.
and
Go
because
ahead,
here's
Fran.
the thing, and have you noticed that uh, sometimes when people say, "Oh, I did such and such," someone else
Mhm.
may say, "Well, you could have did this too."
Oh
Just
my
something
gosh.
that they
Oh,
did. They sold an outfit or a garment. Well, next time you can sell 5 or 6. If you did, can we celebrate that one win?
all right. Can we go for it and be happy for people?
Be happy. And the one of the other things that you mentioned when we were having this conversation earlier is that if you can't celebrate the success of someone else, you're probably not going to enjoy your own success.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
you know how there are people who say, well, them rich people are greedy and da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you won't be rich when you despise them.
And I tell my people all the time, be careful not to become the thing you hate. Well, I hate them. Da, da, da. Okay.
And you cannot, you won't become the thing you want when you despise somebody else. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
do it. If you despise the rich and wealthy, you won't be one. You will still be
Mm-hmm.
wherever you are, although you want the evidence that they have of their rich and their riches and wealth, but you won't have it because you are despising that or how you think they got it or whatever that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of asking them, hey, how did you do that? Can you share a tip or two? No, you're going to not have it
You're
because
not going to reach out for wisdom, are you?
you are sitting back. Well, they don't deserve it. Da, 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 da. Okay, wait a minute. They deserve
And
it because they worked for that. They put in the work. They
mm-hmm.
made the effort.
Time in the seat, as they say. Here
Right.
we go. Um, Mark says, "Don't yuck my yum."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't ex- celebrate those
Okay.
around you.
Come on.
Celebrate the people
It's
around you
okay to be happy.
for somebody else.
Rejoice with those who rejoice. Yes.
Somebody needs a cheerleader. Be a cheerleader for someone else.
Okay. Just come on, folks. Let's get this celebration going. Woo-hoo.
Encourage them. Be the light. If
Hey.
you're not
Mhm.
quite where
Yep.
they are, celebrate them anyway.
And also, I just want to say this because this is so important. Do not despise small beginnings. If you had one sale today and that sale brought in a profit of $10 and you had that one sale every day all month long, that's $300. Okay?
What
And
if
now you know how to make that $10. Can you duplicate that over here? You know, it's okay.
Mark said we need to celebrate you anyway, even if you forget to bring the muffins?
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Um, this will help you break through for your abundance when you're celebrating someone else's victories. They may be
Mm-hmm.
small, going out of your way. We're on a campaign at the church we go to talking about share the joy. And we're not just talking about share the joy during Christmas, share the joy
Mm-hmm.
throughout the year. Share the joy. Help somebody with something they may need help with. Hey, I know an app that can help you with that. Here you go. Just share or oh, did you know that? Offer some help. Offer to help them along in their business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Give them, because yes, we can ask people to pay for stuff, and there'll be times for that, but sometimes just giving out something that that can help them, and you not hold back on it because, oh well, they need to figure it out for themselves.
And there's something really important about smiling. When you celebrate with others, you can't help but smile, and it's good for your health. It,
Mhm.
it, it sets up a whole different set of endorphins that elevates your health. Guys, it's celebrating with others can be helpful to you too.
I think this is apropos time to ask you to reach out to a business buddy that someone that you are in business with, and to say, hey, how are you doing? Remember, there
Hmm.
used to be a commercial that said, hey, reach out and touch someone. Well, reach out and
Hmm.
touch a business buddy and just call them up for no good reason. You might want to do this with your clients too. Just call them up for no good reason. Hey, just calling to check in. uh, you know, there's this principle that the fortune is in the follow up.
Hmm. Hmm.
How many people have you called just to say hi? They bought your product, they inquired about your product or service.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we're encouraging you, do a little follow up. Call a client or customer or a competitor. Why does it have to be like a, okay, I can't talk to them because they're the enemy? No, you're all in the same business. And I guarantee you, when you go to these major conferences, you'll see Chick-fil-A, KFC, the heads of all these major companies have come together to talk about their industry.
Mm-hmm.
They know one another, just like a football team, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like the basketball players, they have a game against one team against the other, and at the end of the game, they're like, "Hey, man," and they're all like, and we're thinking, "Why are you talking to them?" Well, they're in the same business. They just happen to be on a different branch of the business, and they're just your competitors are also your friends in business.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do exactly what you do, aka Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out. They're still in the food industry. They don't do the same things, but they can celebrate each other.
There you go.
Mark has commented. He says, I always remind salespeople that the key is in the relationship and not the product. That's what I
There you
was
go.
trying to say. You can have relationship with people you think are your competitors. Who came up with that? The SWOT method, uh, when they tell you to for marketing, find out what your competitors are doing. They're not your competitors. They are allies, people that are in the same industry, and you're
Mm-hmm.
celebrating them. Back in the day when Apple was coming along, and and
Mm-hmm.
then who was it? Microsoft came and infused some cash into Apple to keep them
Mm-hmm.
going, so that they would not be considered. Uh, so they wouldn't be considered a monopoly,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they were coming after Microsoft. Well, you're just a monopoly and everything. And he's like, I need Apple to come up so that they would not be. Do you understand? They needed
Mm-hmm.
one another, because the industry, the people were coming, or government, I guess it was, the government was coming after them to say, uh, you're a monopoly, you're the one that's causing, and we need to have you do da 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 da. But if you help your AKA competitor, you're helping yourself. So help yourself. You're not in this by yourself. You won't succeed by yourself. So celebrate the success of other people. Their success can help your success, right? Their success can help your success,
Yes, it can. I
right?
had to change rooms. I have some people working in the
Oh,
building right
yeah, it
now.
wasn't a problem. So
Okay.
let's celebrate the successes of others. Um, and you'll find that your success will grow. You'll grow. So celebrate your wins, celebrate your successes, follow up on your friends and your colleagues, and your even on people called competitors. I wish we can
Mm-hmm.
find another way, another collaborators, but we don't call them. Let's not call them competitors. You're collaborators,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because everybody is not your customer anyway. Some people have a different place where they want to go. Therefore, there's the Dutch brothers. I don't know what they're called. The Dutch brother coffee people. There's the Pete's coffee people. There's the Starbucks coffee people. There's the McDonald's coffee people.
That's so
So
true.
they're not competitors. They're collaborators because they're still getting the beans, roasting the beans, and selling them to people. Everybody just has a different section of people that they're selling them to. It it just preferred your preferred atmosphere or your preferred environment or flavor or whatever. Everybody can have a cup of coffee.
Oh my goodness. It's just like jewelry. I mean, people like different types of jewelry. They like different types of jeans. It doesn't mean that because the other person is successful, you're not going to be successful.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean you have to sell the same jeans or jewelry or look
So
how
you,
many cosmetic companies there are.
yep. So thank you for tuning in today. This is BizChicks TV. You've been listening to our coffee thoughts. So we'll be back tomorrow. TJ will be on talking about some marketing and things of that nature. But until then, we invite you to become a part of the BizChicks community. You can go by texting biz to 33777, or you
Mhm.
can visit bizchicks.net. However, you come in, we want to welcome you to the BizChicks community. We want you to remember that we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, Mark Ward. Check out Mark
Bye-bye,
Ward
everyone.
at Ask Mark Ward. All righty. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.